I'm the studio owner of Om Operative in Seattle, Washington. Seattle Yoga News and I are bringing you this video tutorial guide called The Comprehensive Guide to Teaching Yoga Online. In this video, I'll be going through ways to live stream, record, edit, and then compress your videos, and then talking about different places that your content can live online. So let's dive into, first of all, the easiest and most common way to broad stream the class, and that's through Zoom. With Zoom, you open up your Zoom account, and then you have two options for how you want your meetings to be occurring. One option I was using when I still had my Mind-Body account, and that was to recreate a new Zoom meeting for every class. Because my booking software was creating and generating participant lists with everybody who had signed up to attend that class, I could generate an email list from that sign-up sheet and then email and invite all those participants into the Zoom meetings. Second option would be to create a reoccurring Zoom meeting with a Zoom meeting ID that you're sharing, knowing that your practitioners are going to be signing up weekly for that practice. With options like that, you're probably going to be encouraging payment through some kind of pay by donation app like PayPal or Venmo. One slick option that I'm seeing is studios are setting up appointment schedulers through their websites. People are logging on and choosing and signing up for the class they want to attend, and then there's an auto email that gets sent to them that has that reoccurring Zoom meeting link in it with all of your log-on information that you'll need. And also embedded into that auto email are the Venmo or PayPal payment links with suggestions for donations. So that's been working for a lot of studios. Zoom, if you're looking to record, does have a recording button. Now, the quality is going to be a little lower if you're recording right from Zoom. So what I do is that I set up my Zoom class, and I enjoy that because I can have my gallery view and I can see my practitioners as they're practicing with me. And then I open a secondary app. I use QuickTime, and I record my practice through QuickTime. So I know that that screen is just purely allotted for me as I'm practicing on my mat, and I'm not trying to capture other practitioners because, you know, in the gallery view you can see other people's faces or practices as they stand on their mat. Nice thing about Zoom is that you're getting a pretty small file size, but again, you're getting that lower resolution and lower quality, but the sizes are small with the files. So if you're looking for that higher quality, I mentioned QuickTime already for the recording. You can also use something that is called Open Broadcaster Software. This one's a little fancier. It's known as OBS. It is free to use, which is a perk, but it allows you the most functional streaming and recording options. So you can choose to be feeding in multiple camera shots. You can get really fancy with transitioning. You can stream live to different locations at the same time. So that's kind of slick if you want to be broadcasting live to YouTube and you want to be zooming at the same time. So it's a little more complicated, but it's also a powerful tool, and that's why I thought I'd mention it for you. Now, you have your video. Say you're using your QuickTime app on your computer and you have your video. It's going to come out and it'll be needing probably a little dusting off, a little editing. Let me show you what I use to do my video editing. Let me share my screen with you so that I can show you how I use iMovie to edit my movies. And so here we are here. You can import your media by using this drop arrow here and then selecting your file and bringing it into iMovie. From there, you click the clip that you want to work on and drag it down into this editing box. I like to zoom in. It helps my view with what I'm looking at there. It makes your view boxes bigger. And so grab the edge of your clip that you want to edit and then just drag it along. See how it's changing? So here I am talking at the beginning of class, kind of welcoming people in as they're dropping into my live stream. I don't want to necessarily show all that check-in time to people that are opting into class and just doing it as the recording. So I'm pretending that that is the beginning of my clip where I'm done at the front end there, and then you go all the way to the back, select your video, and then get the end of it and drag it in. So I'm looking for my Namaste moment. There we go. Oh, right before I stand up, right? Boom, done. Okay, and then I go to my beginning. I like this little extra add-on. I feel like it makes it feel fancy for me. I made a separate 6-second movie trailer that just has my logo in it, okay? So I pop that at the front of every one of my videos, and it just helps with branding. And then last step, I go up to titles, and I choose a title so that I can name the class. So you click on that title box, and then I'm gonna call it Yoga with Tara, okay? You can click your title box and choose the length that you want that title to show. So I'm gonna do about, I don't know, 6 seconds, yeah? And then this is what you got. So you got your beginning, if you have a little trailer, title. It's not really the beginning, but yeah. So it just cleans it up a bit. It's pretty simple. Once you're done, you go all the way up to the upper right corner. Sorry, I'll move that for you. Upper right corner, and then you're gonna upload it as a file. Okay, so this is iMovie. It's gonna take your movie, make it into its own file. You title it Yoga with Tara, and then you hit go. That's how I edit my videos using iMovie. Now, if you're not working with a Mac, there's another free program called DaVinci Resolve that's good for video editing as well. So once you've made your video, iMovie or whatever you're using to edit it might pump it out as a pretty big file. Like you could end up with a movie that's about 20 gigabytes. So in order to upload it more easily and efficiently, you're going to want to get that file size smaller. You'll use a compression program. I use a free one called Handbrake. So what you do is you open up your program like Handbrake. It'll come with some presets that you can play around with, but typically you want to hit a sweet spot where you're getting a nice high quality and high resolution video image, and you'll know that when you see it, when you check your video after it's been compressed. So you're looking for a high resolution with a small file size. Typically, my file sizes come out of the compression program at about 300 megabytes, maybe to like 1 gig, depending on if it's an hour or a 90-minute class. So now you have your video that you recorded, you edit it, you compressed it, and it's ready to upload. So here's a question of like, where are you gonna upload your content to make it viewable? There are two different ways to think about that, and so you kind of have to know what your thinking is and what your value setting is before you decide where that content's gonna live. First question is, do you want this content to be free? If you do, then upload it on things like YouTube. You can take your movie file and upload it to Instagram. You can upload to Instagram from your laptop. It took me a little bit to figure out how that is because I always work on Instagram from my phone, right? But you can edit these movies and then upload them to Instagram from your laptop by hitting your IGTV icon and then pressing upload from there, and then you give your whole description and you can add a little thumbnail image, whatever you need. You can also upload them to Google Drive or Dropbox. It's really up to you with how you want to share it. Google Drive and Dropbox, you'll have to give viewing permission and share links to those. And then if you want your classes to be for purchase, you'll choose an app or some kind of software program that has a place to store your videos on demand. Let me show you quickly what I use to organize my video on demand library. I'm using an app called Namaste. So this is one portion of that app. So you have all your yoga offerings, as many as you need there. depending on what your members are looking for, depending on how and what you want to charge. First off is the video library. And so you see that you can compile your library and name each class, give it a thumbnail so it's easily recognizable, and you put them all in categories for viewership. And then you select events. And in your events, you have your calendar with the dates of the week and what events are coming up in that week. And so this package I've called Om Operative in Studio. And so this is my package where I'm inviting one yogi per class as per COVID regulations in Seattle, Washington right now. Just one yogi in per class. The rest is just live stream. And of course, I'm recording it and re-releasing it later as well. And so you can see that there are different tabs to attend the class in your different ways. And so this is the live stream tab where you press it. There'll be an active link when the class is about to happen and when I've started the class on my end. And that's how your yogis are going to join. And then this is the In Studio tab. And if you're looking to RSVP an In Studio mat spot, you do have to RSVP because of that limited number of availability. And so you just RSVP there. And if it's booked out, you just, you live stream it, right? And so you can add different events. You can add, I have an info session coming up this week for yoga school, really anything that you want to live stream or broadcast. You can do podcasts, you can do kirtans. It's pretty endless with trainings and such. So I am transitioned into Namaste. That was the app that I went with. It's working really well for me. What I like is that you get to create different bundle packages and then decide how much you want to charge for that membership or that subscription. And then you can place different products within those bundle packs depending on what your members are looking for. So you can make a product that's very, very accessible, very affordable, and even free. Or you can make things that have a few more offerings, and if it's more time consuming for you, then maybe you're charging a little bit more for that yoga class or whatever that product is going to be. I like Namaste because your Zoom account is integrated right into their scheduler. So when people open up their calendars and choose and select what class to attend, your Zoom automatically opens for them as they log on. So you don't have to email anybody links. You don't have to email anybody your Venmo or ask for donations. This is kind of built into whatever it is that they're purchasing. Yeah, oh, and the third one that I like is that Namaste, you can connect your bank account and then your funds flow right into your account through Stripe. And that's really easy too, because then you're not looking in your Venmo accounts or your PayPal accounts trying to collect and find your money. It's just all in your bank account for you. So there are many, many sites, many apps, many programs out there. It's kind of the fun part of the conversation right now is to talk to each other and to ask and see what's working for other teachers or other studios. I hope that's enough to get your videos out there and looking amazing. Stay tuned for our next video in this series where I'll be talking about intellectual property. So this idea of IP and who owns what when we're teaching virtually and online. So stay tuned, be well, talk to you soon.